this is Ryan from the Linkosaurus training team, and in this video we're going to do a quick overview of exactly what all is in the Awaiting tab under Reviews. So from the dashboard, go to Reviews, and then go to Awaiting. And so the Awaiting tab basically is a quick reference showing you where your reviews are that are needing to still be replied to. So this right here gives you an example. This shows one review is currently waiting to be replied. So when we click this, we're going to come in here and we're going to see a couple different options. So you do have the option, depending on how many reviews you have. In this example, we just have one, but you've got a whole bunch. You can include them or exclude them based on the groups that you might have set up. You can filter them by the location number, which is typically your franchise number, the location number assigned to that retail location. You can include them or exclude them, and you can do more than one. You also have opportunity of sorting them by star rating. So in this example, if we switched it to 5-star, we would not see the particular review down here because this review is a 1. This kind of shows you how that works. And you can do more than one at a time. So if you just want to look at 3- and 4-star reviews, just those would show up. Let's go back here. We'll look at all of them. Filter by comments, edits, and flagged reviews. You have the opportunity of looking at these based on if a review has a comment, then it would show up here. Like in this example, you can see right below here, this is the comment. And so if we wanted to look at reviews without comments, we click that, you can notice that it disappears with comments, and then it would appear. So you have opportunity of sorting by that, or if it is an edited review, meaning that this would be a review that the person that submitted the review has gone back and already edited it to something different before you've had a chance to reply to it. That doesn't happen too often if you are replying to your reviews quite quickly, but most of the users within Linkosaurus see the edit reviews option usually just by going to the inbox, and not typically, but it can happen in this section here. Flagged reviews typically is not going to show up in here unless you have a team of people that is managing and reviewing your reviews. So you might have 1 or 2 different people or multiple people looking at the Awaiting tab. That might be a situation where you have a review has something that is not so nice. The verbiage, basically the text information that is in the review, you deem is violates Google's standards, their user agreement, and Google's search did not catch it at the time that they submitted the review. And you can come in here and you can request it to be flagged, which is actually in here in the reply section. You can go in here, you can flag the review, it'll show it over here. And then if you just want to look at reviews that have been flagged, you can look at this option and it will only show those. Also, a new edited review would be a review. Typically, you're not going to see it too much in the Awaiting tab, but that would be something where a user has edited the review, again, before you had a chance to come in here and to reply to it. Typically, you're going to see more of that here in the inbox. And so for this example, we're going to leave all this on all here. And then here you have the opportunity of sorting by sort of preset groups, 8, 25, 50, or 100 different reviews at once. You have opportunity of replying to reviews in a bulk fashion. So if you have multiple reviews, you can click this to highlight all of them if you had more than one, or you can select them individually by using this option here. This would be how you can initiate starting the review process. You'd click here and a pop-up would appear, and then you can start the review. This is the location number assigned, typically the franchise location ID number that you have assigned to this location. If you click this, this will take you to the actual live Google My Business page. So if you'd like to see how that looks in a live fashion, you can definitely do that. Here, this tells you who the reviewer is, and this is just the name that the reviewer has set up with Google. Sometimes you'll notice that this is like it could be sort of a quote-unquote stage name or nickname. It doesn't necessarily mean it's their real name. Some people like to use different names for privacy reasons. That's fine. But that's what that would be. And then this would be just the first start of their actual review, like the text portion of the review would be here. This is not the full review. You click this to view the full review. This kind of gives you an idea of the start of it. This would be your star rating, your reply date. This is typically this is going to be 0 at this point because you haven't replied to it yet. Reply time, it hasn't been replied to, so it's going to look like this. These fields will be filled in the inbox feature. Edited review, as I mentioned before, edited review, edited rating. These things typically are not going to be filled in unless before you had a chance to view this review, the reviewer immediately went back in and already edited it. Then you might see some information here. Number of edit reviews, almost never you're going to see this. But again, if you do, it would be because you haven't viewed this review since before the reviewer has submitted an edit. And if they happen to edit it twice before you get to this screen, it might show that number here. Star rating change, again, this would be if somebody edited the review before you got to this and viewed it, and they'd switched it from, for example, a 1 to a 2 star. You might see the star rating change here would be +1 because it's gone up. If it's a negative, that means that the review went down. So if this initially was a 5, they dropped it down to 1, you would see the edited review information here, and then you would see a -4, meaning the star rating change has dropped by 4 stars. Edited in time, this is basically when this review was submitted or the last time it was edited. This is the most recent time pretty much anything has occurred with regards to this review on the reviewer's end. This doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you replying. And then this list lets you know this is awaiting a response, and it is a new review. And so if you clicked here and then clicked off, so if you click that just to view the review and then clicked off, you'll notice that is no longer a new review because the system knows that you've actually looked at it. You still haven't replied to it because it's saying it's still awaiting a response, but that indicator there lets you know it's been reviewed to. That's just a feature that if you have multiple people managing your inbox, especially if you're a large company, or if you have people you assign that responsibility to, they can come in and you can just tell if this will still say new. That means that somebody has actually not gone in and viewed this review. You will have some totals down here at the bottom that will give you sort of overall ratings. And so if you have a whole bunch of different reviews, for example, if we had 2 here and one was a 5, this one was a 1, this would be an average of a 3. And the same thing here, you would have information down here as well. If you have any questions about this, you can go to your profile and click support, and a Linkosaurus team member will be with you to assist. And as always, link and soar with us.